Good morning, everybody. It's June the 27th of 2024. I know which day it is today because it's my birthday. Just completed 69 orbits, off to the 70th one there this morning. Kind of rainy and cloudy and depressing to be outside today, so we're inside at the kitchen table and we're going to work on our Autopatrol number 11 Magneto. It rained all day yesterday. I went down to Vernon to get some parts for this Magneto, namely a set of new brushes, a new rotor, which I have installed inside the cap already, and I've been playing with this cap. I'm missing two of these original bolts. I'll keep these, but I found these nice looking chrome ones that come off my Harley Davidson customizing days. Right thread pitch and a little bit too long. I had to put some flat washers in amongst the to make up the difference. So keep this cap tight. Also in behind here is a brand new gasket. So I got a rotor, a gasket, and 3 brushes, and some new spark plug wire. I already got the ends and stuff in stock, but it's amazing what $240 buys you these days. Heck of a deal. So I already put this together. As you can see, there's a hole here. When I bought this, is off my Autopatrol number 11. This is the American Bosch mag, and it's made for Caterpillar. The trouble with this here mag is it's you can get most of the parts, you just cannot get the cap. So I've got a notice up on a couple of vintage places there to deal with these mags, looking for a cap. That's all I need. I think this mag is gonna work just fine. It's you can see the brand new rotor in there I've got, and turns around just fine. I don't have the new brushes installed yet because this here corner is broke out, and I thought I had some JB weld. I'm going to glue it back into position. I wanted to have it bolted into position, put a nice layer of JB weld in amongst the cracked surface there, and put it together and bolt it down, let it cure, and maybe spread a little bit on the outside over the top and on the inside over the top. But I don't have any JB weld here, so we'll just take this cap right off of here and work at the inside of this unit. I'll likely go into town here late this afternoon and get some JB weld and let this set up overnight. Those are nice little bolts, chrome and everything. See, this corner just broke right out and missing a good chunk in here. I think with some duct tape we can make it work. We just need to seal it off. This is still structurally solid, and that's the part that has the outlets for the spark plug cables, and all the brushes are mounted inside. So I think that's all going to be fine once I glue this corner in. There's the inside of the cap. I already extracted these brushes. They're all broke off, so it was quite a little bit of a juggling act to get them out, get the springs pulled out. But I got 3 brushes that I'm going to put in at a later time once I get this cap glued together. These 4 holes, there were only 2 that was being used. The other 2 were kind of full of dirt and corroded, so I do have a tap set that went in and cleaned out these threads. And at the same time, it's mounted on the base just with these 2 bolts, and these 2 were never being used. This still has cork right to the top, and this one has cork most of it. But it was only held on with 2 mounting bolts. So I sent a tap through there and cleaned that out as well. This is the brand new rotor. Pretty expensive deal. I think that itself was over $100. So we'll be careful not to damage that. Now what we have inside here, because of that cracked cap, moisture was allowed to get in. This is pretty rusty. Screws are pretty rusty. But we're gonna take whatever we can to get apart. There's a shield around the cam here, or the lobe there that runs the points. They still function quite nicely and they are in good shape. I think I just have to clean them off and use some emery cloth and clean that cam off, and then we'll kind of lubricate it up a little bit. I'm not going to take the whole thing apart. I just want to get in here and clean the points and that cam, and then see if I can make it function to create a spark. I want to just confirm that it is actually a working mag. And then we'll kind of go a little further. We'll lubricate things up as needed. That doesn't seem like it's going to come out of there easily. So we'll leave that for now. We'll see if we can get this set of points loosened up. That's the one screw. So we got that wire. I got a hammer driver, impact driver, that might be able to break that loose. I don't really want to get on it too much. It looks like it's a steel screw in a steel body, so it might be just frozen in there for sure. I don't really need to take it off at this point, so we'll just leave it alone. A little circlip. There's our points. Pretty corroded, so we can clean them up. We'll take them apart and put a little lube on the pin here. I think it just it just slides off, so, but it's pretty corroded. This is the adjusting screw for the gap. I wonder if this stubby will work better. Yes, it's a better screwdriver. Maybe this has to come right out. Oh, I don't think so. It's just a cam. Oh yeah, we're loose. It's just dried right on there. So that cam there is pretty corroded, so, and it's got a lot of dried grease on it. So it'll be a little while working at that. I'm just going to clean that up with emery cloth, lubricate it up a little bit, and then we'll go put things back together, clean up the points, and then we'll try to see if we can get her to snap. What I did was I got all this apart and I buffed it up. I cleaned all the rust and everything off. I used some dielectric grease. There's a little shroud here, and inside is a felt, which is pretty hard and dehydrated. So I just kind of worked a little grease into it. So it's gonna allow a little bit of lubrication on that cam, and I polished it off with emery cloth. It's going to allow some lubrication on there to function these points. Also cleaned off the points with a small file, metal file, and I didn't bother taking any snaps or any videos of it because, well, me trying to work at this delicate stuff, these smaller things, is just nerve-wracking. It's nerve-wracking for me because I'm not really that steady, so it takes me quite a while to get it done, but I did get it done. Everything is all put back into place, and what I'm going to do is Modified this spark plug wire. I put a little shepherd's hook in it. I'm gonna hook it onto that tab down in there off the coil, and then hold the other end here against the body of the mag, and hopefully it's going to produce some spark. You don't need the rotor, you don't need the cap or anything to make spark. As long as you got a contact between that coil output and the ground, every time the point's open, you should get a spark. Move right on. Let's get our cap kind of cleaned up, and I did find somewhere, not much, but there's enough of this JB weld. I'm going to blend together, and I'm going to get the cap on, gasket on, bolted down with my new fancy chrome bolts, clean off the cracked edges of this corner piece, and just cover it with some JB weld and put them in place, tighten them down. But before I do that, I'm going to have the rotor in, and I'm going to put the new brushes inside here, and then we will confirm that we do have spark through the distributor cap. I got these 3 brushes in, and they're just held in with the springs. This one is one of the old ones I pulled out, and it's a little distorted. But to get them in the receptacle holes, you have to insert them plus turn them clockwise so they actually wind the spring up so that it becomes smaller. And then they'll slide into those holes, or keep turning them in as the end of the spring goes down into the contact. And then that will bring you right into the right area. They're all looking pretty good. Okay, we'll try to get this cap mounted in here. On this bolt here, I gotta have 4 spacer washers in place because the bottom's out earlier. Once I get the corner glued into place nicely the way I like it, I'm going to just trim these bolts off. Okay, I managed to get JB weld spread on the both sides of these broken pieces. So we're just going to tighten down the actual corner piece here now. Get it as straight as I can. I actually got the JB weld on this side, which I didn't need. I just needed it on this side, but oh well, it's there now. I'll just squeeze it in, tighten these down so it'll hold. Getting more on my fingers than any place else, but okay, I think we've got her. And we'll just let that cure up really well before we alter the screws anymore. And I want to take it off again and make sure there's some weld on the inside and put another layer on the outside. So anyway, we'll get lined up and we will put our cable in the ports here, and we'll just see if we can get some spark out of this mag. Interesting to note, there is an arrow. I don't know if you can see it in the camera. There's an arrow on this body, indicates rotation to that direction. So to make a spark, we have to be going in that rotation. Okay, that's going to be it for this video. We got what we wanted to accomplished. I got into this mag at this end of it anyway, where the points are, all the working parts, and cleaned things up and got our cap kind of glued together. Found some brand new chrome screws there to replace the two rusted ones, and we just made it work. I think you can see on that video I had the lead to the body and I was turning the impulse. We had a hot spark. So that to me is a pretty damn good success. We're ready to put this on the old 20 motor there on the Autopatrol11 when we're to that point where we're going to try to start the pony. But anyway, for my birthday, it was kind of a hangout by myself there, cloudy, dreary. It's in the middle of the week anyway, so. But tonight I'm gonna head over to the neighbors, have pizza and beer. But meanwhile, celebrating with a Kraken. That's all we got for now. We'll catch up to you later.